That's the new age Benjamites. That's the new age ones. You see, the old ones hated all of that stuff. Like now, even M24 apologized in it. Yo, a man can't have an opinion, you know. Yo, you can't have an opinion nowadays. Are we live? I can't see it up on the YouTube yet. We on the YouTube? One sec. Nah, I can't see it come up yet. One sec. Let me go on there. All right, this is the this is the RSUPK Wednesday law class, man. Also, remember, check out Commanding General Johanna's radio show, which is Monday, 2 a.m. UK time. If their clocks haven't gone back yet, I'm not sure if they have. They probably have, but it's gone back. Oh yeah, you would know. But check out the online classes in the States. Also, their classes is Monday through Friday, which is midnight our time. Also, check out the classes here in the UK, which are we have them here in Birmingham Monday, Wednesday, Thursday in Birmingham, and then we also have a class on Tuesday. One second, let me just pull up these notes. We also have a class on Tuesday, which is in London, done by Officer Shamgar. So today we're gonna go into how some can they hear me on the live? It's lucky. Give me 1 second. Let me just go live and see if it works. Yeah, that works. All right, so we're gonna go into how our oppressor and his religion destroys us, man. Because everything we follow is what our oppressor's religion, our oppressor's belief system. Everything that he does, we do. We copy everything that they do, man. Like we don't want to know what our culture is, what our history is, what our records is. We don't want to know what our records state. There's things that our records state that we shouldn't do, that our oppressor has us doing, man. That our religious leaders have us doing. Like our oppressors do what? Pay our religious leaders to keep us down, man, to keep us blind, to keep us in Christianity and all them other garbage religions. Go ahead. Oh, we on the new one. Oh yeah, that's right. Wait, you didn't drop in this feed? All right, no sir. Yeah, no sir. Give us 1 second. We're just gonna go up on the next on the next live. We on all three. All right then. So yeah, man. Any questions? Just type them in, and we'll get to them. But this is the law class, so we're gonna go into how our oppressor oppresses us. Give me 1 second. Let me just pull up these notes. Give me 1 second. Let me just pull up these notes. All right, we're going to start off in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 1, man. Common scripture, but your pastor don't teach you these things. He don't teach you that these scriptures is in the Bible. So this is why you need to come to the RSUPK, man, so you can learn what's in the Bible and what's not in the Bible, man. Like Jesus Christ's birthday ain't in the Bible, man. That's right. But in church, they teach you it is. They celebrate it like it is. Like you go to a pastor and say, all right, then show me Jesus Christ is celebrating his birthday in the Bible. They can't show you. You can say to them, all right, show me any prophet of God celebrating his birthday in the Bible. They can't show you, and they won't show you, man. So we're going to start off in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. Yeah, no, sir. Yeah, 10. Also in the UK, when we're going into another lockdown, is it tonight? But everything's locked down from tomorrow. Yeah, it's from tomorrow. Yeah. So we're going into another lockdown. And listen, everybody's losing their mind. And everybody's doing what? Flying out to Dubai, man. Everyone's flying out to a different country to avoid the lockdown. When all you have to do is serve God, man. That's it. But because of our religious leaders, when plagues come, what do we think? We can run somewhere else. If the Lord wants to kill you, man, the Lord can kill you anywhere you are, whether you're in Dubai, wherever you go, whether you're in China, wherever you go, man. Now, if the Lord wants to keep you alive, He can keep you alive no matter where you are. You got people talking about they're going to Africa. That's not even our motherland, man. But you got black people saying, our people saying, I'm going back to Africa to build a house, this and that. The thing is this, you're going to go there and they're going to rob you blind. They're going to rob you blind. They're going to make you believe the land belongs to you. And because you don't know the laws of their land, guess what? Soon enough, once you put all your money in, you're going to realize that that house you built don't really belong to you. And it happens every single time. You got black men that like to go back to where? Gambia, Ghana, Ethiopia, Nigeria, talking about I'm gonna build a house there. Listen, man, them places ain't for us. What you need to do, this is how you build a house, man, by coming in the ISUPK, man. Because Christ said, "What? My father's mansion has many rooms, man. You come and serve God, so you can get them rewards, man. So you can get them rewards that Christ talks about. That's a real reward, man. Not some house in some African country. That ain't no reward. Nobody don't want to live in Gambia. Listen, Gambians ain't even trying to live in Gambia, man. Gambians is trying to come to England in the bottom of a plane, man, where the luggage goes, and they end up freezing to death. Because once the plane goes up into the sky, the temperatures drop, man. That's why the African froze to death and fell from the plane. Because he was trying to come to where? He was trying to come to England. You know why he was trying to come to England? Because of how great you made it, man. Because of how you built it up. That's the only reason he was trying to come here. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 10 and 1.
Yeah, 10 and 1.
Jeremiah 10 and 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto your house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
And the Bible says, learn not the way of the heathen, man. We've learnt the heathens' ways. We've learnt the way of the heathens. We've become like them. Meaning, we eat what they eat. We worship what they worship. Now, why is it that what? Every nation has their own God. The Chinese have got Buddha. The white man's got what? Caesar Borgia. The Arab man's got Allah. The Sikh man's got Guru Nanak. And who do we have? Caesar Borgia as well. Why? Why are we the only race of people who serve another nation's God? Why? Because our religious leaders, man, they get paid from this oppressor and teach us. So they teach us, you know what? White Jesus died for you, man. So we be doing what? Praying to some white man that can't save us, that won't save us, even if he could. Because if he could save you, he would have saved you already, man. He would have saved you from slavery, man. But guess what? During slavery, imagine this, the same people that we see every day brutalizing us, killing our loved ones, selling our children, working us sun up to sundown, we would then go in our what did they call it now? Where's the place the slaves used to sleep? What's it called again? I can't remember what it was called. We would just go on the plantation we was in. We had a house on the plantation where we would stay most of the time, made out of wood, which is like a shed. We would go in there and pray to this same white God, man. when his people is the ones that's harming us, and our religious leaders try and keep us dumb and have us praying to our oppressor. So we praying to our oppressor to help us when he's the one harming us. He ain't gonna help us, man. We need to pray to a black God, man, the God of the Bible, who's a black man, just like us, who had a son, who has a son who's black, just like us, who had a son that was raised and lived in the ghetto, just like us, man, who had a son that was racial profiled, just like us, who had a son that was what? That was treated bad by the white man, just like us. Listen, man, everything Christ went through, we go through. And it tells you that in the Bible, it behooved him to be made like unto us. Meaning Christ was made the same way we was. Raised the same way we was, man. Raised in the ghetto, man. Raised as someone who's supposed to underachieve. Christ was raised as someone who's supposed to underachieve. And what did he do, man? He defied the odds and exiled. Which means what? We can defy the odds and exile. That's what it means, man. Us coming from the ghetto, Christ came from the ghetto. Christ having black parents like us, listen, man, and came from the ghetto and kept all of God's laws, which lets you know what? We can do them things too, man. And it said Christ was sent as what? An advocate, and Christ can, speak on our behalf to the Most High, man. And Christ knows what we've been through. Why? Because he went through the same thing. Now, how can we pray to some white man that doesn't know what we're going through, man? How can we trust some oppressor who doesn't know what it's like to be oppressed, who doesn't know what it's like to be looked at as a plant from a dry ground, man? That's us. We looked at as plants from a dry ground, meaning what? We're not from good stock. Nothing good comes from them. And this is why everything Christ done, we should be striving to do instead of what? Following our oppressors. Read that one more time.
Khan. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathens, man. Last week, our people did what? Celebrated Halloween. Was it even last week? What day was it? A few days ago.
4 days ago.
4 days ago. 4 days ago, man. What was black people doing? Celebrating Halloween. Dressing up with masks. Sending your kids out to knock on people's doors. During the midst of COVID, man. During the midst of the middle of this pandemic, you're sending your children out to knock on people's door for candy, man. How do you know that person whose door you're knocking on ain't got coronavirus, man?
That's right.
They done pass coronavirus on to who? Your children, who then bring it into the house, and now they've killed your grandma, man. Why? Because you wanted to celebrate a pagan holiday, dressing up in some silly costumes, man.
Right.
In church, they celebrate Halloween. Why? Because they don't serve God.
That's right.
They don't know how to serve God. And these are the same people who's teaching us. It's about time we find people who know how to serve God, man.
Right.
And you find those people in the ISUPK
Right.
who do who do everything that God says. Read that again.
For the cost, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of
They're
heaven.
not dismayed at the signs of heaven, because they're scared of everything, man. They see the moon, they're scared. The stars, they're scared. Oh, that's a blood moon. The moon's red. Oh, half moon means this. There's no moon in the sky. It means this. They're afraid of all them signs, man. They're afraid of everything. Everything they see in the sky, they're afraid of. Whereas with us, we ain't afraid of nothing, man. Whereas now, the heathens are afraid of what? Coronavirus talking about, oh, they want to depopulate the earth, and they're bringing forth this, and they're going to force you to take a vaccination. And if you don't take the vaccination, you're going to be out of a job, and then you're going to starve and die. And this is the market. Listen, they're afraid of everything, man. Someone was telling me this today, and I was like, yeah. I was thinking in my head, what do I care, man? I was thinking in my head, what do I care about all of this, man? Scared of a vaccination, man. Who cares, man? Listen, police is shooting black people dead in the street, man. Police is throwing black people in jail. And you're telling me about, depopulation. Listen, man, the white man's been depopulating us forever, man. Why do I have to worry about it now? Why do I have to cry about that now, man? Why do you think he done when he killed 99 million black men, man, throwing us off slave ships, man, killing us in slavery? He was doing the same thing from back then, man. This so-called depopulation. Now, I got Esau and Arabs and all of these people. telling me about depopulation. Listen, man, they've been trying to kill black people for years. Now these other nations somewhat see what we're going through, man. That's their business. It's nothing to do with me, man. Read. Actually, drop the quarters out. Get me Judges chapter 2 and verse 1.
Book of Judges, chapter 2 and verse 1. And Judges, chapter 2 and verse 1. And an angel of the Lord came up from Gilgal to Bochim and said, I made you to go up out of Egypt and have brought you unto the land which I swear unto your fathers.
And now we came out of Egypt, man. And we was brought into a land which was swore unto our fathers, which is what land? The land of Israel, man.
That's right.
That land was swore unto our fathers. So don't be telling me about, I must go build some house in Gambia. I must go build some house in Angola. I ain't building no houses there, man. I don't care about no Angola and Gambia. Listen, man. What I'm gonna do is serve the Lord and stay here until the Lord redeems us, man.
That's right.
I ain't gonna run nowhere. I ain't gonna run and hide. You can't hide from God, man.
That's right.
You running talking about, oh, the mark of the beast is coming and you need to get out of that country or you're gonna be trapped in. If that's the case, let me be trapped in, man. I don't
Right.
give a damn. You're afraid of everything, man. Stop being so afraid, man.
Right.
Afraid, oh, you're gonna be trapped in. Listen, man. If we are trapped in, man, who knows? The Lord might give me the power to kill everything, man.
That's right.
Get Messiah. Listen, Peter got sent to jail, and what did the Lord do? Sent an angel to get him out of jail. When you trust in the Lord, you don't fear nothing, man. The Bible says what? So I can say that again.
Precept.
Oh, you got precepts?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
2 Timothy, chapter 2, chapter 1 and verse 7. For God have not given us the spirit of fear,
Right. God gave us the spirit of fear, man. Go ahead.
but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
But of power and of love and of a sound mind, man. Meaning
Right.
what? Love is what? Keeping God's commandments, man.
That's right.
Once you keep God's commandments, you have a sound mind. Why? Because you know that whatever comes your way, it's not punishment from the Lord because you're keeping His commandments, man. So you have a sound mind.
Right.
You see, when you're not operating in love and keeping God's commandments, your mind won't be sound. You know why? Because you know what? I done something where I deserve to die today, man.
Right.
I done something where the Lord's gonna get me for this.
That's right.
Once you keep God's laws, you have a sound mind and you're fearful. Why? Because you know something's coming. But the Lord ain't gave us the spirit of fear in church. They have the spirit of fear, man.
Right.
And that's why they're talking all this rapture nonsense. One of them was talking about in that day is gonna lock everyone in a football stadium. Listen, man, what the hell does that mean? You're gonna lock everyone in a football stadium for what? That's what your pastor tells you. Oh, give us your money and we're gonna buy a football stadium. And then when things get rough, we're just gonna live in there. Honestly, what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up like David Koresh and all them people. You know that David Koresh guy that burnt down the that burnt down the what's it called with all his followers in there.
Oh yeah.
You know about Jim Jones with the poison? Yeah. Jim Jones with the poison. What did he say? He told me it was Kool-Aid. Yeah. And yeah, man, they drank it and died, man. And this David Koresh one, he manipulated all the people, lied to them, and they was in the building. So police went to what? Break it down and save the people. And then somehow they said the tear gas set it on fire, and all the children got burnt alive, man. All the children got burnt alive along with the parents. And that's what happens when you join some white man's religion, man.
That's right.
You kill yourself and your children. Whereas in the RCPK, there's none of that. It was so bad with Jim Jones, is it John Jones or Jim Jones, with Jim Jones and David Koresh that if you wanted to leave the premises, guess what they would do? They would keep your kids behind until you're not having them back, or they would kill you if you wanted to leave, man. Meaning they needed to keep you there. Whereas in the RCPK, man, if you tell me you want to leave, I'll open the door for you, man. We ain't gonna listen. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. We're gonna be like, all right, then that's fine, man. All right, then that's fine, man. Lord be with you and let you out, man.
Right.
Not David Koresh and Jim Jones. They ain't gonna let you go, man. You're in there scared for your life, wanting to leave. In here, if you want to leave, man, you can leave, man. Or
Right.
just send a text and say, I don't want to do this no more. Guess what? We won't say nothing. We'll just say that's fine, man. We'll say that's fine. It's not for you anyway, Shalom. That's it, man. Read on.
and said, I will never break my covenant with you.
Read that. Read that from. Yeah. Hold on. What part? Yeah. Judges 2 and
And,
yeah. Read on. Yeah. Go ahead.
and ye shall make no league with the inhabitants of this land.
And the Lord told us we wasn't meant to make no league with the inhabitants of the land, man. We weren't meant to do nothing with them. We weren't meant to join them, hold hands with them, do nothing. Whereas now we've made a league. Back then we made a league with them, and now we're making a league with them right now. And who's making us make this league with them? Our leaders, man.
Right.
Our religious leaders teaching us, oh, if he's a Christian, you have to see him as your brother. Now black men are what? Muslims saying, oh, this Arab man's a Muslim, so he's my brother. You got black men who are Muslim calling Arab women, oh, sister, sister. She's not your sister, man.
That's right.
Your sister is that black woman in the ghetto, man. Your sister is that black woman in the ghetto that you hate so much. Your brother is that black man in the ghetto that you hate so much. We need to love one another. We need to direct our love to each other. But what do? Direct our love to the Arabs. Direct our love to the Chinese, man. Direct our love to everybody else. When we need to love one another, man. We the least loved, so we should love each other. It's not hard. I mean, all you have to do is, the love you give to the white man, just take it away from him and give it to black people. It's not that hard. It's that simple. The love you give to that white man, just say, I can't give you this love no more. This love is only for black people. You tell them my love is conditional, man. And the condition of my love is you have to be black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, man.
That's right.
I can't love you because what? You're human. All of this. They didn't love us because we was human. They didn't look at us like we was human. And this is why you was in the cotton field. This is why today you can barely get a job. This is why when you go to an interview, you're 80% unlikely to get the job, man. You go to a job interview thinking, you know what, that was a good interview. It was a good interview, but the color of your skin made it a bad interview, man.
That's right.
Like everything you said was correct, but the color of your skin ain't correct according to the man that's interviewing you.
Right.
So this is why we need more black businesses where we can hire black people. And then, we say to people, hand in your CV. See somebody that's not one of us come for an interview. We say, nah, you're not good for the job. Your face doesn't fit.
Right.
You get me? We say your face doesn't fit, man. I can't have you in this Caribbean shop. Your face don't fit, man.
Right.
That's what we say, man. Because they say to us, go ahead. You might need the mic.
The thing is, I'm not sure you noticed this year, but the Caribbean shop called Russell's. I feel like 3-4 years ago. Did anyone remember the white woman working in there?
No, I don't.
There's a Edomite literally working in the store, man. And I saw it. I was like, only black people do some shit like this. Man.
Damn.
Like all the black women that's unemployed.
Mm.
Only someone who's destroyed would look over all of that
Right.
and hire someone that got help already, man.
Right, exactly. Hired some Edomite woman in a shop selling black food, man. How does that make sense? You mean to say you couldn't find a black woman for the position? What's she doing? Taking the orders. I guarantee she probably cook the food as well. It wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me if she cooked the food as well. And you know at the end of the night she's taking all that food home to her lover. I just know. She's taking all that food back home. And this is the thing, man. Black businesses should have black workers, man.
Right.
But obviously we've lost our way. Why? Because our oppressor has brainwashed us into love. He teaches us a love that he doesn't have. Like he teaches us a love that you have to love everybody, whereas he don't have that love to love everybody.
Right.
That love to love everybody only means black people must love everyone. So they teach black people that we must love our abusers, our captors. Nah, man, it doesn't work like that. Read on.
Ye shall throw down their altars, but ye have not obeyed.
And we was meant to throw down their altars, man. We should never be sitting in some Christian church. We should never be sitting in some Muslim mosque. We should never be sitting in some Sikh temple, man.
That's right.
We're sitting in all these places where black people shouldn't be sitting in there, man. And these other races don't even want you in there, man.
Right.
I would rather these other races put on their door no blacks, so you black people get the message, man.
That's right.
You know what? I might put on their door no blacks, so you black people get the message, man. We need to get the message that these places ain't for us.
Right.
And this is why what? Black Muslims have their own sect of Islam. The Arabs have their own sect of Islam. And the black Muslims think, oh, they're right. Listen, man, if Muhammad came today, Muhammad wouldn't be in mosque with you black people, man.
Right.
You think Muhammad would be must with you black people? Muhammad would tell you you're not a real Muslim. Talking about assalamu alaikum. There's nothing worse than seeing a black man speaking Arabic, man.
Right.
Speaking Arabic words. It's disgusting to see, man. Like, it's one of the worst things ever. Of every language you could learn, you learn Arabic, man. And guess what? These Arab women, their fathers have a bit of class, and they ain't gonna make their daughter marry some black man, man.
That's right.
They ain't gonna let their daughter marry you. Why? Because it goes against what they believe. You do understand Britain's still racist. Speak to any other race and ask them about their grandparents who's about 60 years old. Them grandparents is racist as could be, man.
Right.
The only grandparents who ain't racist is our grandparents.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. You probably need the mic as well.
Africans are Christian and we're Christian,
Right.
and they still won't. They still won't marry us, man. They still want to get. They still don't want to be one with us. So the religion teaches one thing, but then they do something else.
Right. Also, like I heard a rumor today, is it true? Steph London and Burna Boy split up.
They both follow each other on
Instagram.
so it could be.
See, and this is the thing, man. If they really have split up, what happened is Burna Boy is used there because what African men like to do is use Caribbean women
That's
because
right.
they say, so what African men do is Caribbean women be like, oh, I'm gonna get me an African man because they're better than you Jamaican men. And guess what happens? You find that this African man just used you, man.
Right.
And now he uses you, has sex with you, does everything dirty with you, man. And guess what? He knows he can't marry you. He knows his father you marrying a Jamaican woman, a Caribbean woman.
Right.
So this is why you sisters, man, don't give up on your men, man. You stay with us Caribbean men, man.
That's right.
I'm calling myself a Caribbean man like I was black. I was born in Jamaica, so lucky. Clarendon, I was born in Clarendon. I don't know if I told you. That's what I was born in Clarendon. Not many people know this. But listen, man, them African men do what? Take our sisters and use them for sex, man.
Right.
Use them for it, and then they split up with them, and they go to their African people and say, "Yo, she could never be my wife, man. She's Jamaican." Listen, everybody knows this. Meanwhile, our sisters do what? Say African men are better than Jamaican men.
Right.
African men know how to treat a woman. While it is, man, Jamaican men tell you the truth, man, and African men don't. These African men lie to you, use you, and then they leave you, man. Like it seems like that's what Burna Boy's done to Steph London. Steph London gave all of that to an African man. Right. All of that to a Hamite man. Now, guess what? She's used up and filthy now, man. She's filthy now. Gave up all that to an African man. When really she should have got with a man that that's Caribbean like herself.
Right.
That's right. I'll say that again. Exactly, should have got a curfew, man. And guess what? Should still be married. And she wouldn't be singing that song. What's that song? Hurting Me. It was a song called Hurting Me. Shouldn't be singing that song. Hurting Me, man.
Right.
Now she got with a Hamite Burna Boy that don't even look good for one. That tries to speak Patois in his songs and is not Caribbean. Oh, please tell me you've heard the other Hamite. What's his name? Pasailu or something. Yeah. He thinks he's Jamaican. He does. Have you heard him? He thinks he's Jamaican. He does. Like what I've realized, what Ham likes to do is now that our struggle's cool, they're trying to fit in with the struggle. They're trying to jump onto this struggle, putting it in their music because they know it's selling records, and that's all they're doing, man. And then black people think, you know what? Wow, they're fighting for our cause. They're not fighting for our cause. They just know what's selling at the moment.
That's right.
Obviously, everybody knows being like us is gonna sell. Being like us sells records. It makes money. So why wouldn't you not want to be like us? Read on there, cut as well.
But you have not obeyed my voice.
And we didn't obey the Lord's voice. Back then we didn't obey the Lord's voice. Now we don't obey the Lord's voice. So this is why now, what are we doing? Sitting in church,
Right.
kissing under the mistletoe, man. Why is it the kissing under the mistletoe? How does that nonsense even work? I've never been to church in my life. I don't know. Someone explained it to me. I don't know. Does anybody know? I don't know. How's it work? It's lucky I ain't got a clue.
So apparently for Christmas,
He said apparently.
you find a woman you like. White people Christmas different, black people Christmas. You get me?
Is this from the black version or?
Nice white people shit.
Oh.
I've never seen a black man in my life, but you see it on TV and whatnot.
Mm.
And you usually have a mistletoe above your head, like on the wall or something like that, and under there you meant to kiss a woman under there or something like that, or you hold it up high, so you kiss. You, man, ain't seen it on movies
I've
or
seen it
nothing.
on programs, but what happens if she doesn't like you? What happens? Does she still have to kiss you?
No
And
idea,
how
man.
does it work? How's it work? So you hold a mistletoe up. Listen, and this is the things that we've started to do now. As I see, come Christmas time, black men dressed up as elves, black men dressed up in Santa Claus outfits, black men dressed up in all the elves and Santa Claus outfits. Talking about doing it for the kids. Go ahead.
Salakia, also what happened with Katie and Nelson? The last thing you want is your kid to be sitting in some stranger's lap talking about Santa Claus.
Right, exactly, man. Is he a brother or is he? Damn. It's hard to say. He's a brother. Damn. Nelson, it sounds it. Oh yeah, that. But I'm sure everyone's seen the tape where he's kidnapped that 11-year-old girl, covered her mouth. Oh, did you know that he put his coat on her? Did you know that part as well? Like he took his coat off, he's put his coat on her. He's in the alleyway with her. He's like, she's my family. She's my family. And he's so lucky that it was women that seen it and not men. Because if men seen it, I don't know what they would have done.
Right.
But the girls cries, man. Like the girls cries, man. And this is why we need to teach our daughters, man. If a man kidnaps you, you shout and you scream, man.
Right.
You shout and you scream and let everybody know, man. Don't just go willfully. You shout, you scream, you kick, you punch, you scratch. You make all the noise in the world, man.
Right.
And you don't just go do what he says willfully, man.
Like, yeah.
Go ahead.
Right. So like, I got told, was it a knife, that he held a knife to her.
He held a knife to her, damn. And listen, man.
Yeah.
You still scream, you still shout, man.
Right.
Let everybody hear, man, that this man is a rapist and is trying to attack you. Let everybody hear, man. Because our children have the right to be safe, man. Our children have the right to go to school, man.
Right.
Listen, we got daughters in here, man. We got daughters in
Right.
here. And no man's daughter should, no father should have to be at home thinking his daughter's gone to school and then some man's dragged there in an alleyway, man.
That's right.
His daughter's an 11-year-old, man. So lucky, let me jump off this topic. I'm almost ready to leave the class and pull up at their address as well. So lucky, I'm almost ready to pull up at their address as well. Almost left the class. So lucky, read on. Oh yeah, there's a tape. Oh, there's tons of people went to his address. Did you see it? But you want to share it? Yeah. You know. Hold that. We're gonna share the video real quick, man. You need to see this tape. Yeah. Share that one as well. We're gonna show you the tape, man. Listen, man, them screams. Did you hear the little girl's voice? Yeah, no, and she just said, I just want to go to school, man. Listen, man, that could be any of our daughters, man.
Right.
I'm gonna share this video real quick. If when the video ends and you come back and I'm not here, I've gone to the address to lock it. I've gone to the address to lock it.
Was it someone famous or is it just a random?
Nah, just like Annie still tried to walk off with the girl, and the other girl's like, "Yo, what you doing with her in the alleyway? Where you going with her?" And it was disgusting, man. That's a child, man. 11 is what is 11 year 7? Is 11 year 6 or year 7?
Seven.
Year
11.
7. 11 is year 7, man.
6. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have to show these videos.
Good man. Gosh, them man like them.
Imagine that, man. You send your child to school, man, to learn. You're thinking your child in school, and some grown man got her in an alleyway, man.
Right.
Grabbed her from behind, man. And by the looks of it, it don't look like that was the first time he done it, man. It don't look like that was the first time he done it.
Definitely not.
So what are you doing in the corner with her?
Mm.
Are you okay? I'm following you.
Innit? You're walking off the way. You got the rest part where you hear this.
I got that part. I got the part where she goes, "Oh, I told you something." I got the part where
Yeah, now we're gonna show the next one. We're gonna show you the next one. Where people went to his house, man.
Mm.
Give yourself a minute.
Did he?
You got washed up.
Yeah, he gave himself in because he knows that people that killed him, man.
Right.
And my thing is, the way everybody came together, the way everybody came together for this injustice. One second, we're gonna play the next one.
I'm going with the leverage and that. So these feds can't take him, you know. They definitely can't take him.
Well,
They pick someone already. Nah. 26 is up in. Really? What? Nah, they ain't gonna do this. But there's a man them on scooters. He's done, bro. He's fully done. There's no way he's getting away with that. Yeah, he's there. He's there, brother. There's no man. We need some more backup to you. Hold back these fellows. Oh, then the app is searching around with the whole pedo up in here, bro. Joke to me. Yeah, come on, it's yard, G. They got him.
Yes. So my thing is, the whole community came together for this injustice, man.
Right.
The whole city came together because of this pedophile. But my thing is this, man. We need to come together like this for the drug dealers, man.
Right.
Imagine if we all came together like this for the drug dealers, the rape, murderers, the pedophiles. If we all came together like this, guess what? Our neighborhood wouldn't have no drug dealing in it, man.
That's right.
Wouldn't have no pedophiles in it.
That's
now,
right.
What that brother done was incorrect, man, and it was wrong and it was disgusting. But my thing is, if you're a drug dealer, you can't want to kill him because you're breaking the law yourself, man. You're yourself, and that's why Christ, he without sin cast the first stone, man.
Right.
All those people there smoking weed, selling drugs, they ain't able to cast the stone. You know why? Because they're supposed to die for what they're doing, man. You can't just look at one thing as wrong and nothing else is wrong. In order for you to only the ICUPKs have the right to be outside that house, man.
That's right.
Only the ICUPK have the right to be outside that house. Everybody else selling drugs, the poison you're giving your people, you're part of the problem, man. The poison, listen, the poison you give to your people with drugs, we should be outside your house running you out the neighborhood.
That's right.
We need to run all these things out the neighborhood, man. Drug dealers, rapists, pedophiles. You can't look at one thing and be like, oh, I'm gonna let that fly, but I'm not gonna let that fly. Nah.
That's right.
And these is the things that the Pharisees was doing, man. Back then, they would, sweep certain things under the rug, and not sweep certain things under the rug. How about we don't sweep nothing under the rug?
That's right.
How about we don't sweep nothing under the rug so the whole place can be clean, man?
Right.
So the whole place can be rid of drug addicts,
Right.
drug dealers, murderers, rapists, pedophiles, and then that way, what? Once we get all these things out of our neighborhood, our children would be able to walk to school, man.
That's right.
Our children would be able to go to school without someone dragging them in alleyways,
Right.
without someone trying to sell them drugs, without someone trying to recruit them to be drug dealers.
That's right.
That's what we need to do, man. Rid all these things out of the hood. We could turn this place into the kingdom of heaven to where what? Our kids can go to school and we don't have to worry. Now, after
Right.
seeing that, man, that's making people weary of, do I let my child walk to school on their own, man?
Right.
That's making us think, do I bring my child to school until they're in year 11, man? After all
Right.
of them. Like, what age was, I remember I was going to school by myself at about 11 as well, man. You're from younger. Listen, we was coming from far. We was going from all the way the other side, all the way in the 1, 2, 3, all the way top of Sorrow. Yeah, from top of all the way up. Now, that's making people think,
Mhm.
I can't trust these streets, man. And
Right.
who do you blame for these things, man? Our religious leaders for letting these things fly. The
Right.
Christian church is full of pedophilia, man.
Right.
Full of all these things. These things, you learn it from them places. Now they're trying to
Right.
say that brother had what, mental health?
Mm.
They said he had mental health, man. Listen, man, his mental
Mm.
health can't be that bad. You know why? Because he
That's
knows,
right.
he knows
Mhm.
not to try and grab somebody like me.
Right.
He knows
Mm.
not. He knows not to try it. So that mental health stuff's a lie, man.
Right.
Mental health stuff's a lie, man. Why? Because them women would have been coming in the alleyway saying, "We've seen a man murder a man in the alleyway, man." Would have
That's
said, "You
right.
walk out the alleyway, man." That's what they would have
Mhm.
seen, man. He knows who to grab. He knows who to attack.
Mhm.
And also, people will also tell you what, oh, don't mess around with them kids. They got what did they say? They got ADHD. Listen, man, those kids know who to get angry at.
That's right.
Have you noticed?
Yeah.
They know who to get angry with and angry at? Them kids
Right.
are afraid of their father, man. Why don't
Right.
they tantrum kicking when it's just them and the father? Because
Right.
they know who to play the mind games with and who to play the games with, man.
Mhm.
And
That's
who
right.
to play it with. And that's why he decided to grab up someone who can't defend themselves. Because he would
Mhm.
never grab someone that can defend themselves, man.
Right.
He would never go do that to a grown man. He probably
Love.
wouldn't even a grown woman, man.
Right.
But we're gonna go back to where we was. Read on.
Wherefore, I also said, I will not drive them out from before you,
Go ahead.
but they shall be as thorns in your
And
side.
these other nations is a thorn in our side, man. The Lord left them
Yeah.
here to be a thorn in our side, meaning you don't like a thorn that's in your side. You want that thorn gone from your side, man. Why? Because it annoys you.
Right.
It bothers you. And
Mhm.
these other nations is here as a thorn in your side. Why? Because they're here to annoy you, man, to bother you. They're not here for you to join their religion. They're
Mhm.
here for you to see, you know what, they're disgusting and I don't want to be like them.
Right.
They're here for you to look at them and be like, I can't wait until we go back to our own land so to where I don't have to see them, to where they drop their door off at the gate and they go about their business. They're
Mhm.
here for that reason, man. They're not here for you to love them, for you to marry their women, for you to celebrate their holidays, for you to get ready for Christmas
Mhm.
and all of them things, man. Listen, man. Black man, if you want to celebrate anything, you celebrate the Lord's feast days, man.
That's right.
Or
Right.
celebrate the free furlough you're getting, man. Celebrate
Mhm.
that free furlough you're gonna be getting from what tomorrow? Is it from tomorrow?
That's right.
Celebrate that
Right.
free furlough you're gonna be getting from tomorrow. People are
Mhm.
upset. Oh, but Christmas is gonna be cancelled. Christmas is gonna be cancelled. Listen, man.
Hmm.
Boris Johnson said you're not allowed to go from house to house. So
Mhm.
you don't be lying to your kids and telling them Santa brought presents this year, man.
That's right.
Santa has to follow these lockdown rules as well, man.
That's right.
Santa Claus
Right.
has to follow these lockdown restrictions, which means Santa shouldn't be going from door to door this year, man.
Right.
He could have the coronavirus, man. Santa
Mhm.
Claus is coming this year, man. Boris Johnson cancelled your Christmas, man. Really, the Lord cancelled it, man.
That's
And
right.
Boris Johnson, listen, man, if you don't want to believe the Lord cancelled it, Boris Johnson cancelled it also. He said, you can't go from door to door. You can't go from house to house, which means Santa can't drop presents off, man. Because why?
Mhm.
We're on there. The lockdown laws, man. But these nations is here to be a thorn in our side. A thorn is something that provokes you, that makes you
Right.
feel some type of way.
Irritated.
And that's what they are to us. This oppressor is supposed to make us feel some type of way, man.
That's right.
Feel like, damn, this man here with his pagan holidays, man. I don't want to be part of it. This man here
Right.
with his Easter and his Christmas. I hate those feast days. I hate those things. Like the thing is, this man, Christmas is just a normal day, man. This year they're saying it lands on a Friday. Guess what we're gonna be doing on that day? On the ends is on, man.
Right.
On the ends is gonna be on that Friday, man.
Right.
You people talking about my turkey, potatoes, this and that. And the thing is, this everybody's Christmas dinner looks horrible anyway.
That's right.
I ain't seen no one's Christmas dinner look half decent, man. They got the what do they have? The turkey. What do black people have for Christmas? Is there's the same as well?
Same thing.
Turkey, the sprouts.
Yorkshire pudding.
They have what? The Yorkshire pudding.
Pudding.
Black people have that too at Christmas.
So,
Black people had the raisin rum cake. Is that what they have?
correct.
Raisin rum cake
Beats.
and the sorrel.
Yeah.
The burn out your throat with that sorrel. Yo, that sorrel burns out your throat. Yo, touch upon you know about the sorrel.
I got slack here, though. I got some in my cupboard, man.
Yo, that sorrel burns out. It tastes good, but it burns out your throat, man. Yo.
That's the ginger. If you put too much ginger in it, you know what I mean?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, fine.
But yo, that burns out your throat. One time I had it, yo. I thought my voice box and everything had a little smoke to it. Had a little smoke to it after that. But read on cut as well.
And their gods shall be a snare unto you.
And their what?
And their gods shall be a snare unto you.
Their gods is a snare unto us, man. It's a trap. Now they've trapped us into worshiping white Jesus, man.
Right.
They've trapped us into worshiping Allah. Now we celebrate Christmas. Now we put a tree in our house. Talking about you can't put the Christmas tree up. How much days is it before Christmas? Is it 21 days?
Something like that. And you can't take them down until January.
Is it 21 days after?
Something like that.
Some nonsense. You can't put your tree up until 21 days before Christmas, and you can't take it down 21 days till 21 days after Christmas. All of that's a lie, man. And all you're wasting your electric. Listen, man. Fairlow is only paying you 80% of your wage, man.
Right.
And you're wasting electric on a damn Christmas tree, on some lights that you don't need,
Right.
on Christmas decorations, and all of that nonsense, man. And also, and Salakia, quick sidebar. When these fake Israelites tell you that us UPK ain't the only ones with the truth, we've got the truth, tend to want to argue with you. Really, they ain't arguing with you over the scriptures. They're arguing with you because they want to celebrate Christmas also, man.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you one story. One time, some Israelite that argued with me almost wanted to fight me over the scriptures, man. Almost wanted to fight me over the scriptures, saying that you men in the ISUPK are arrogant and think you're the only ones with the truth. I seen him one time. Guess what he said to me? I just need to get some Christmas cards from my family. He said, I want to get Christmas cards from my family. Really, that's what the fight was about. The fight ain't about whether the fight ain't about what we say. The fight ain't nothing to do with the truth. The fight is them wanting to celebrate Christmas, man.
Right.
It's them wanting to break God's laws. Like most people argue with you on a certain topic. It's nothing to do with that topic. It's something deeper than that topic. It's because they want to celebrate their birthday. They want to celebrate Easter. They want to celebrate Christmas. And they make you believe they're arguing with you over that, but they ain't, man. They're arguing with you over Christmas, Easter, homosexuality.
Yeah.
They're arguing with you because they want to go to the gay village. They're arguing with you over that. But they tell you the argument is Jesus Christ wasn't black. They make you believe the argument was Jesus Christ wasn't black. When really, they're arguing with you because they want to go to the gay village, man.
Right.
And you're ruining it for them. But they ain't going to tell you that that's what the argument is. So they make you believe, you're too aggressive. This is what they make you believe. Maybe if your approach was better, more people would join. It's got nothing to do with your approach, man.
Right.
They just want to go to the gay village and they don't want you to stop them.
That's right.
That's all it is. Whereas if you want to go there, you go ahead and go there, man. I ain't stopping you. I'm gonna tell you should go there, but if you want to go there, that's completely up to you, man. The Lord will deal with you in the end. But read on.
That's right.
And it came to pass when the angel of the Lord spake these words unto the children of Israel that the people lifted up their voice and wept.
And the people lifted up their voice and wept. Why? Because they realized they done messed up again.
That's right.
Realized they done celebrated Christmas, Easter,
Mhm.
Thanksgiving, all holidays that we're not supposed to celebrate. They lifted
That's
up their voice and wept. Like, first when we came into the UPK, man, and we
Mm.
realized everything that we was doing was wrong, we
Right.
lifted up our voice and was like, damn, so lucky, Lord, I didn't even know that was wrong, man. And then we
Mhm.
right? Because once upon a time we was eating things that we shouldn't be eating, man.
Right.
Once upon a
Right.
time eating unclean foods because we didn't know any better. But once we
Yeah.
knew better, guess what? No more prawns, shrimp,
Mm.
crab, lobster,
Right.
pork.
Mm.
No more double sausage and egg. What is it? Double sausage and egg muffins. No more double sausage and egg muffins, man.
Right.
No, none of those, man. Now it's just egg McMuffin, man.
Right.
Now it's just an egg McMuffin. No more double sausage and egg. I don't care how hungry you are, man. You should rather
Right.
die than eat pork, man. You should rather
Sure.
be defiled with pork.
That's right.
Gonna get precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's, Psalms 96 and verse 2. It says, "Sing unto the Lord, bless his name, shew forth his salvation from day to day, declare his glory among the heathen."
Declare his glory among the heathen, man.
Right.
That's what we do. You see, when we at camp, we declare the Most High's glory, man. That's what
That's
we do.
right.
We declare
Mhm.
the Most High's glory and his reputation. We
Right.
say our God don't stand for none of those things, man.
That's right.
We let them know what our God stands for. And
Yeah.
guess what? Christians just can't believe it. Christians,
Mhm.
these Christians and these religious leaders just can't believe how all
Mhm.
these black men here look like they've never been to. What did you say? We need to get a job. They tell
Oh.
us we need to get a job, man. Listen,
Right.
man. How else you think we made it to London, man?
That's right.
We've got jobs, man. How else
That's
you think
right.
we made it there, man? You think train tickets is free? You think petrol's free? Listen, man.
Right.
They need to shut their mouth and leave us to do the work of the Lord.
Right.
That's right.
Man, first thing to go to, get a job. Like a job is the most important thing. And that's that slave mentality that
Mm.
you're only someone if you have a job. Listen, man, whether you have a job or not, that don't mean nothing.
Right.
In here, we ain't gonna look down upon you because you ain't got a job, man.
Right.
Listen, man,
Right.
just come in here and serve the Lord. That's better than any job. Go ahead. You might need a mic again.
Like you were saying, black people had jobs since 1600s, man. Like
Right.
having a job don't mean anything.
Right.
Mm.
Had jobs from the 1600s, man.
Right.
And what we got to show for it?
Right.
Where- where's our business, man? You show me our business other than a barbers and a hairdressers, man,
Yeah. A takeaway. So that-
and a takeaway.
Mm.
Now, if I want to rent a house, I should be able to go to a black man and say, you know what, brother, well, I need to rent a house from you.
That's right.
I should be able to do that, but we can't do that. Now we have to rent a house from what the East Indian man
Mm.
that's running you down for the rent money.
Right.
Every minute running you down for the rent money, man.
Mm.
And they got the cheek to let themselves in the house when you're not there. Listen, if I'm renting the house, you shouldn't have a key until I leave, man.
Right.
I might have some stuff in the house that I don't want you to see, man. And you just let yourself in, invading my personal space, man.
Right.
And that's what they're listening on the programs. They let themselves in. Sometimes they change the locks when you ain't there and whatnot.
Mhm.
Is there any more on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
His wonders among all people, for the Lord is great and greatly to be praised.
For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised, man. The Lord
Mhm.
is great, man. Look what the Lord done to Egypt.
Right.
Look what the Lord, listen, look how the Lord brought us down for not serving him. The Lord's
Yeah.
great and greatly to be praised. And we need to start serving God, man.
That's
So
right.
we can get what? The good that God can give us, man, instead of the evil that comes with it.
That's
We
right.
receive the evil that comes with it. Why? Because we refuse to serve God.
Right.
Yeah.
We refuse to acknowledge that we have a God. Go ahead.
Is
That's
to be
right.
feared above all gods,
Mm.
all the
It's
gods.
to be feared above all gods.
Right.
By reading the Egypt story, it should let you know that our God is to be feared above all gods. Why?
That's
Them
right.
Egyptian gods couldn't help the Egyptians.
That's right.
Right.
The Philistines' gods couldn't help them when the Lord gave them hemorrhoids.
Right.
Their
Mm.
gods couldn't help them, man. Our God
That's-
is great, man. And
Mhm.
all these nations fear our God. Our God is the only God on the face of this earth that isn't an idol. Whereas
Right.
all these other nations' gods is some God that they have to carry, they have
God.
to feed,
Mm.
so forth. In
Right.
church, we go to church, and church does nothing for us.
Mm.
Like, what does church do for us? Church ain't done nothing for black people, man.
That's right.
Our religious leaders have us go to church, and it does nothing for us,
Right.
but
Right.
further destroy us. Like church destroys us and our kids,
Right.
and we need to leave that church, man,
Mm.
and stop
That's
going to
right.
church
That's right.
because church is killing black people, man.
Right. So like,
Black people for years. Go ahead.
so like church turns us into the perfect slave
Right.
for the princes, man. That's all church is made for us.
And if I could, church turns black men into the gayest men ever, man.
That's right.
That's what it turns you into first and foremost.
Right.
Church turns you into a man that believes you have to respect the LGBT community because
Right.
they're humans. And another thing, you know what I've realized what people are doing now? If you call out a man on being a homosexual, they're trying and say you must be gay. He doesn't. They try to say, have you seen it? Yeah, you know, yeah. You've got a problem. You must be gay.
Right.
You've got a problem with pedophiles, man. So does that mean we want to?
Right.
This is
Right.
the LGBT community. They've been given too much rights to whereas now M24 had to apologize, man.
Right.
He's seen a man in Brixton dressed like a woman and said, "Yo, you know where you are? You're in Angel Town. You can't dress like that."
Right.
And he got all this backlash. Meanwhile, when he raps about killing black men, there's no backlash.
Right.
When he raps about selling drugs, there's no backlash.
Right.
When he raps about having sex with women and throwing them away, there's no backlash.
That's
In
right.
one of his songs, he goes, "Beat that, block that, no more WhatsApp." That's what he says, man. Meaning he's gonna have sex with her, block her number, so she can't WhatsApp him no more.
Right.
There's no backlash. But
Right.
when he does say something good for once, you shouldn't be dressed like that.
That's right.
Backlash. And guess who was getting most of the backlash from? Black people, man.
Right.
I seen in the comments, black men saying, "Oh, he must be gay if he's got a problem with it." No, man, he just knows it's wrong. He even said, "I didn't grow up like that." And we didn't grow up like that, man.
That's
We
right.
didn't grow up with a man dressing like a woman.
That's right.
And our children ain't growing up like that, man.
Right.
In the ISUPK, listen to me now. Good.
Mhm.
The ISUPK is going to be the only people that don't apologize for saying homosexuality is wrong, man.
Right.
We're gonna
Right.
be the only people
That's
that don't
right.
apologize for it. Everybody else says it and then they go and apologize. Listen, man, they're gonna ask me for an apology and they're gonna hear that Sizzler song, man. Yeah, man.
Yo.
Sizzler song.
Damn right.
I ain't apologizing, man. We ain't apologizing for what's disgusting, man.
Right.
That's
To this disgusting, and we unapologetic about it, man.
That's
Yeah.
right.
A man shouldn't be dressed like a woman.
right.
A woman shouldn't be dressed like a man.
That's right.
And that homosexual was bossy running up and down the road like it was normal in Angel Town, man. In the ghetto, you mean to say another black man can't walk through the ghetto, but a homosexual can? A
Right.
man as a woman can walk through the ghetto, but another black man can't.
Right.
Listen, man.
Salakia.
Right somewhere. Go ahead.
Salakia. That's why they gentrify the neighborhood, man. Because it's like when they're those city centers and they want them city centers, so they can rent them out, make money and all that. But they also want to be flamboyant, man. You know what I mean? They want to get like we're the only people that's got any standards left, man. Even in our lowest state,
Right.
we're the only people on the earth that's got anything left in us, man. You know what I'm saying? And they want to totally wipe it out.
Exactly. We're the only people who's a slave in this country and don't know our laws, but the certain laws we keep, man.
Right.
Like a black man would know, nah, a man shouldn't be dressing as no woman, man. A black man knows, you know what? A man shouldn't be sleeping with another man.
That's
A black man knows these things, whereas our oppressor, he does it and calls it banter. It's banter to him.
Right.
Gay is banter. And with them, they run, the jokes they run is this filthy jokes, man.
Right.
Like the jokes they run is like they put you be sleeping and they put their behind on your nose and all of that stuff. Bro, like, I think you need to.
I'm noticing every city, yeah, so you can't even say it's a rum thing, yeah. Whenever you go to a bus stop, you see a picture of a penis drawn all over.
Right, exactly.
I don't get that shit, man.
Yo,
Gay, it's lucky.
Salakia. I used to see that in college, man. All the time. That drawing a penis, you're fuck, you know what I mean? You're a frog, man. You're hopping on it, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why?
That's them, man. Basement. Whereas with us, a black man ain't got time to be drawing them stuff.
No.
Or what Esau does, he does things like farts on your food and all of them stuff, man.
Right.
Like
Right,
they do
right.
them kind of weird jokes, whereas a black man's joke is
Mm.
just sees you coming and hides around the corner and says boo. That's it. That's a black man's joke. That's as far as a black man takes
Yeah.
the joke.
Good.
You just jokes
Right.
and say boo.
Mm.
Whereas
Right.
Oppressor does some vile stuff to your food, man.
Right.
He'll
Mm.
cut his toenails and put it in your food, and
Right.
this is
Punch
why you shouldn't have no friends of other nations, man,
That's right.
because they got no standards and they're
Mm.
disgusting. Whereas with
Right.
black, you know the jokes they're gonna play on you. Whereas
Mhm.
Oppressor, man, he goes too far with his jokes. Read on.
For all the gods.
Slakia. Slakia. But you mentioned friends. That's why also they don't want the truth, because they got, you know, friends of the other nations. You know what I mean? They latched onto them so tight that, you know, they always, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Exactly. They love
Mm.
them so much that it forbids them to come in here
Right.
because they know if they come in here, they can no longer be tight with that white boy no more, man.
Right.
Right.
They can no longer go strip club and go do stag do's and all them stuff. And have you noticed every Edomite stag do, they end up doing something gay, man? Have you noticed?
Mm.
Every
Mm.
single one. Yeah, every single one. Like what happened to a stag do where you know you just drink with your brothers, man?
Right.
What happened to being normal, man? Being
Mm.
normal. With our oppressor, he has to do something disgusting.
Mhm.
And they put on fishnets and stockings and blindfold you and they dance on each other. And then when he takes the blindfold off, the one that was blindfolded starts laughing like it's funny, man.
Right.
Man, ain't no one playing them jokes on me, man.
Right.
Ain't no one
That's
playing them
right.
jokes on me, man.
Mhm.
You're gonna realize that day I wasn't unarmed, man. You're gonna
Right.
realize I wasn't unarmed that day, man.
Right.
Read on.
For
Mm.
all the gods of the nations are
For
idols.
all the gods of the nations are idols, man.
That's
Now,
right.
what are idol? Some stone in the middle, in some stone in the middle of the desert somewhere, man.
Right.
They
Right.
believe that what Satan's in the pillars. They believe that there's two pillars, Satan's in them, they throw stones. They end up conking someone in the head and they die. They hit them in the head and they die. And you know what they say? No one ever like this. Yeah, they throw the stones at the pillars are there. At the front, they throw the stones. The stones hits the pillars and it hits people who's at the front. And then they say, "Oh, he died at Hajj, so he's gone straight to Jannah." Is that they call it Jannah? He's gone straight to Jannah. That's what they believe, man. Hit you in your head with a stone and they believe he's gone straight to Jannah. This is what they believe. Oh, you're dying them up for Ramadan. Ramadan, you go straight to heaven. So you mean you can sell all the drugs in the world? It's like I say that.
Right.
Ramadan. The last one was because the last one was summer. So soon you're gonna have them crying about the fasting.
Mm.
Oh, I'm fasting. I can't do this because I'm fasting. Every day you hear I'm fasting. Ramadan and whatnot. So like it tells upon, give me a first Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and another reason why we need black businesses is because why? During Ramadan, they shut the gym based on their terms. Like one gym that we used to go, they close it based on their Islamic times. Like, imagine that. What time did you close it from 12 to 5? They closed the gym from 12 to 5. Because why? Muslims can't go there because they're fasting. So what about the non-Muslims? So I said to him one day, I used to say to him, yo, so why do you close on Christmas Day? You don't celebrate it. He goes, oh, we just want to close on that day. So they do it based on their stuff. So we need a gym where we can close it based on when we want to close it, man.
Right.
So we can close on our feast days and whatnot and so
Right.
forth. That's what they do to us.
Mhm.
During that time in the gym, they don't want to play rap music because it's Ramadan. Because it's Ramadan. Now you have to listen to that Punjabi music or whatever the hell it is.
Right.
And this guy, man, just invest in a good pair of headphones, man, with the soundproof ones. Invest in a good pair of headphones, man. Drown all that out, man. Listening to that in the gym, you're gonna drop the weight on your neck. That weight, you're gonna drop the weight on your neck, man. I'm telling you.
Mm.
Read on.
Maccabees chapter 1, First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many.
Them days went out of Israel wicked men, man. Go ahead.
Who persuaded many, Salakia, wicked men, yeah, who persuaded many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathens."
This is what
And
this is what they say to us, man. Let us go and make a covenant with the heathens, man.
Right.
And this is what our religious leaders do. Have us go and make a covenant with people that we shouldn't be making agreements with.
Salakia, like Farrakhan and all of them, Khan. Let us make a covenant with the heathen.
Can someone on the YouTube said where are you situated? Oh, you got them. All right, no. So I can say that again. We're situated in Lodge Road, which is B18 5PW. B18 5PW, Lodge Road, 394 Lodge Road. You're free to come on down if you're black or Hispanic. You're free to come on down to the classes and so forth. But read that again, Tazapuan.
Khan. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuade.
You know who's wicked? Your religious leader, man.
Right.
That's a wicked man. Read on.
Khan. Who persuaded many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are around."
Who said, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen, man"? And that's what they've taught us to do, make a covenant with the heathens. Go ahead.
That are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
And we feel like we need these other nations, man. We don't need them. We don't need them, but we feel like we need them. And even when we left Egypt, Israel felt like they needed the Egyptians. Some of them said, "Let's make a captain and go back to Egypt." They said the same thing. Like they was just so used to what being oppressed that they couldn't live without those people. They looked at those, like those people was their carers and their guardians. When our oppressor isn't our carer, man, he isn't our guardian. We need to take care of ourselves and meaning if we have to struggle for a bit, why don't we just give it and make it out on the other side, man?
Right.
Or you can go back to the heathens and be their slaves forever, be oppressed forever. There's gonna come a time where what? Someone needs to take a stand, man.
That's right.
Someone needs to stand on their feet and be like, you know what? I refuse to be oppressed. I'm gonna try to build something for black people, man.
Right.
I'm gonna do this. Those wicked men in Israel that said they ain't gonna do that, they weren't willing to take that risk. They just wanted to join the heathens and join the Greeks. Read on.
Khan, verse 12. So the device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen.
They went to the king for a license, man, to do what these other nations do. And our religious leaders do that, man.
Right.
They've gone to the white man for a license.
Right.
And forced us into celebrating Christmas. Into celebrating Halloween. And most things is learned behavior. So what we've learned in Christianity, we learned that by going to church, man.
Right.
That's
like the ways that we had, we learned that in church. The ways that we have that we shouldn't have, we learned that in church.
That's right.
We learned to be soft in church, man. Church taught us these things. Church taught us to be soft and love everybody. That's what church taught us. Meanwhile, our oppressor doesn't ever teach to love everybody. He teaches whoever harms him, he goes to war with them. He goes to war with nations, but teaches us we must love every nation. You see, like they're teaching us two different things. They're teaching us things that they don't do themselves.
right.
These people go to our oppressor for a license to sin. They're taught what? Black people must love everybody.
Right.
We've been loving everybody for over 400 years, man.
That's right.
And where this love got us, this love has got us no businesses.
That's right.
This love has got us thrown in jail.
That's right.
This love has got us oppressed. Meanwhile, these East Indians, only loving East Indians, what has it got them? Every single shop on Soho Road, man.
Right.
The big temple with the gold on top of the roof, man. The next temple on Grove Lane, that's what it's got them.
Right.
What got the Chinese? Chinese loving their own people's got them what? Chinatown.
That's right.
Now they've got and now Chinese loving Chinese people has got them what? A Chinese shop in your city now.
Right.
You loving all races has got Chinese people what? You paying them money and buying food from them, man. You supporting their
That's right.
businesses. Chinese people
Mm.
see it as damn. While black people love everybody, let's put a Chinese shop in their neighborhood and they're gonna bless us with some of their black pounds. Whereas
Right.
Chinese people don't love everybody so much that you couldn't even put a black shop in Chinatown, man.
Right.
You
That's
you know you ain't gonna sell. You ain't gonna make £1 there. You ain't gonna make £1 there, man. When do you ever see Chinese people in black Caribbean shops? It's rare, man. Have you ever seen one in there? I ain't seen it. It's rare, man, because they know to
no,
support their own people, man. They'd
that's
rather
right.
go buy duck
Mm.
fried rice. Is it duck fried rice to eat? They'd rather buy duck fried rice and
Mhm.
and spray. Why is it king prawn fried rice? All the things which just sounds disgusting. King prawn
Mm.
fried rice.
So like the other one I was saying, they have a saying, yeah, when in Rome, do as the Romans. Our people always use that. Some of our people tend to use that phrase. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Which
But
means
if it
what?
was, yeah,
Now you gotta do the LGBT stuff, man. Because
right,
that's what Rome's into. That's what our
right,
president's into. Now,
mm,
now you can't now you can barely say a word, man. Because they've got
right,
so much rights. And
mhm,
when you mention it, the cheek of it is, you know what they say to you? This is what they say. Oh, you can't say that because you don't like it when people speak bad about black people. The difference is we was born black, man.
that's right,
Born black. If you don't like us speaking bad about your lifestyle, then don't live that lifestyle, man. If you don't like us speaking bad about your lifestyle, don't live it. It's that simple. We ain't
right,
telling you to live that disgusting lifestyle.
God.
We're telling you
And
not to live it, and then you're mad at us. Go ahead, Tasbro.
yeah, so like other one. How do you even that right there is rubbing salt in the wounds with us because how do you? Because I know when they was trying to come out the closet, you know what I'm saying? They was using black like our color. You know what I mean? They had black people on adverts talking about, oh, I don't, discrimination, blah blah blah. How are you going to use our color and put that with someone that's a flipping homosexual and try and make sense of the two? Like, oh, you don't like someone calling you a black or a negro or whatever the case. How does that? I don't make sense, man. But it was using us. Oh man, they ride on the back of us for everything, man. For everything. But yeah, that's one of those things they ride on the back of us for, man. Using our color to get to push their agenda, man. Yeah.
Exactly. And they have the cheek to say what? This is what they have the cheek to say to us. Oh wow, you're black, so you know what it's like. You know what they're going through. Now they
Right.
compare, now they can compare being black to being a homosexual.
So,
Listen,
oh, man,
which doesn't make no sense.
that's
Because
right.
people shouldn't be racist to you, and people shouldn't speak about gays. To put them
Right.
both in the same boat, man. Listen, man.
Mm,
The thing is
mm,
this: being homosexual is disgusting, and being black is glorious,
that's
man.
right. That's
Like,
right.
why would you want to be anything else other than black, man?
God,
Israelite, it's great, man. Like we
right.
got swag about us. Why wouldn't you want to be black?
That's right.
They don't get like being black's a bad thing. Nah,
Mm,
man. We're the
mm,
greatest thing on the face of this earth. And why do you
that's
think
right.
everybody copies us?
Right.
They want to
Jealous of
talk
us.
like us.
Hmm.
They want to walk like us. They want to talk like us, rap like us, sing like us.
Yep.
Everybody wants to be us. And
Mhm.
which lets you know if everybody wants to be like us while we are slave, imagine how
Mm,
much more we're going to want to be like us when we're in our glory, man.
right.
Imagine a slave is better than the master, man. Imagine a slave got more swag than the master. Just imagine that.
Hmm.
Lets you know how great black people are, man.
Right.
Just wait until we're in our glory.
Mm,
They're gonna come rocking up with their gold to the kingdom, trying to dress like us, man.
right.
Gonna come trying to come in the shield of David. I'm gonna say, yo, where you get that from? Say, yo, I'm gonna say, yo, give me that peace, man.
God,
And I'm gonna say, yo, give me that peace, man.
right.
Be the greatest on the face of this earth, man. Read on Tasbro.
So like if I may, one more.
Yeah.
What they need to do is that they need to match them up. Instead, they keep using us, but because we're at the, because they see us as low in it, but they need to use them Jewish people, use
Right.
them and try and make it, do that same thing with them, man. That's the point.
Right, exactly, man.
Yeah.
Like you can look at a Jewish man and you can tell that they're not the people of God, man.
Right.
Like so bland and basic.
Yeah.
Like they don't even the way the Bible's broken down and written, they ain't how the Jews was, man.
Right.
Mm.
Like the Bible says, what when Benjamin went to get wives, man, they said, "Yo, you're gonna find
Right.
the women dancing, man. You go spit some game and get them that way, man. Listen, man, can you see Jewish women dancing? Nah, man, that sounds like our women to me, man.
That's right.
When the Benjamites went to take wives, man, probably was me back in the past. I probably took 3-4. Who knows? Yeah, we Craft and Potters. I probably took 3-4 back then to Zarpur, man. You never know. Listen, man,
Telling
that,
him, man.
these stories in the Bible don't fit the Jewish man.
Right.
Like not one of them fit him, man. Even
Right.
the slang don't fit him. Even the names don't fit him. Like these Bibles, the names in the Bible are black. Which white
That's
man's
right.
called Elijah? Which white man's called the Zephaniah, man? That's a
Right.
rough one. That's a
Mhm.
real Rasta man called their you that Zephaniah, man.
Right.
That hardcore man, Zephaniah. What's the Hebrew
Right.
for Zephaniah? That name's hardcore as could be, man. give me the Hebrew for Zephaniah. Oh, that name's hardcore as could. That's hardcore in the English.
Right.
In
Right.
the
Right.
transliteration is hardcore. Damn. I don't know how hardcore the in the Hebrew is, but touch upon there, read on.
Come.
It's what? Tazarpanaya. That's rough Tazarpanaya. Yo,
Right.
if you hear your old Tazarpanaya money, that sounds like just pay that nigga, man. That's what it sounds like. You owe money, you just pay him, man. Read on.
God. Verse
Tazarpanaya,
14.
pay him. Go ahead.
God. Verse 14. Whereupon they build the places of exercise at Jerusalem, according to
Go ahead.
the customs of the heathen.
And they built a place to exercise, which is what? Like
Gym,
gym and whatnot. But obviously you're allowed to go gym, but you just ain't allowed to be naked like everybody else in the gym.
That's right.
You ain't allowed to. Do you know how gay it looks in the gym? You're in the gym with no top on, screaming like, ugh, ugh.
Yeah.
You heard that? That's how they're screaming. And you look at the weight they're lifting, there's nothing on the bar.
That's right.
On the bar, man. I'm thinking, damn. So they're screaming, topless screaming. Obviously, when you go to the gym, you have to wear clothes.
Mhm.
If you can avoid the change, listen, man. Every time I go to the gym, you're trying to quickly go toilet. What happens? So me, the might
Some-
butt naked in the changing
Wow.
room. It's butt naked in the changing room. Whereas black people, yeah, trying to hold a conversation. Listen, man. Man. Only thing we need to do is you putting your clothes on, man. That's
That's
it. Put your clothes on, man. I'm not that way inclined.
God.
Black people, when black people go to the gym, they don't ever walk around the changing room butt naked. A black man will at least have his boxer shorts on, man. At the least, a black man will at least have his jogging bottoms on. Not our oppressor. His butt naked, man.
Right.
You can't even go to the toilet, man. You have to wait till you go home. Why? Because you don't want to walk in. You don't want to walk in the fitting room and this man's all naked, man.
Right.
And also another thing with the gym, make sure you always use the cleaning products, man. Because with my gym, what happens is people use the toilet and they don't wash their hands, then they just go touch up all the machines.
Right.
And then with gym, you're prone to using the machines, and sometimes you touch your face by and forgetting whatnot, man. All the germs, whatnot. Try and keep a pair of gloves if you go. But obviously, the gym for 30 days. Is it 30 days? If it's not longer, the gym shut for 30 days. So my mood might be up and down. So lucky, I'm just letting you know from now. My mood might be a little up and down. But read on.
God. Verse 15. And made themselves uncircumcised.
And they made themselves circumcised, made themselves unclean, man. How do you make yourself circumcised? By doing what the heathens do, man. By giving up what you're supposed to do, by taking on Christmas, Easter, and so forth. We've made ourselves uncircumcised, man. In this place, we've become uncircumcised. Now, it's not talking about being circumcised on the 8th day. It's talking about being unclean, man.
That's
by
right.
doing unclean things, following unclean customs. That's what we do, and so forth. Quatazar, give me Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 15. Tazapon, was there any more in that?
Khan, yeah.
Go ahead, read that. Read the rest of that.
And made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant.
And did what?
And forsook the holy covenant.
Time you celebrate Halloween, man. You forsake the holy covenant.
That's
when you
right.
celebrate Christmas, you forsake the holy covenant. And that's what we do. We forsake the holy covenant, man. And this is why we're in slavery for a lot longer than we need to be. This is why our life is the way it is. Why? Because we forsake the holy covenant.
That's
we
right.
should be back to the Lord, but we would rather do what? Put on a mask and say it's for the kids.
Right.
A mask for the kids, all of that nonsense. Go ahead.
My sister said she allowed him to change rooms. You see all trip when she's walking. No, no.
So I can say that again.
The comment I've got a question.
Oh, most of them PE teachers is like that, man. In primary school, they used to they got kids doing PE in their in their underwear. Back in our day, you had to do PE in your underwear, man.
Right.
Back then, there was white fronts and a vest, man. Was it white fronts and a vest back then, man? Yeah, in your young days, man. Nowadays they've changed it. The kids get to go in tracksuits and whatnot. But read
Right.
it from me.
Better. So
Ask is there anyone that touches upon?
yeah, kind of more. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So kind it says forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief.
That's what we do. We join ourselves to the heathen.
Right.
And how do we join ourselves to them? By joining Christianity, by
Yeah.
going and praying with the Muslims, man. Talking about a black man talking about is praying 5 times a day. Meanwhile, you're still selling all the drugs in the world, though. Clearly, you ain't really praying, man. Like Islam is a joke, man.
Right.
It's a joke. Like we
That's
believe that's the religion for black people when it's not. They
Right.
hate you, man.
Yeah.
They hate you. And this is why Arab man will never give you his daughter, man.
Right.
You to be the most devout Muslim ever. The color of your skin says to the Arab man that you ain't no real Muslim.
Right.
That's
So why don't you come to a place where you're accepted, man, in the ISUPK? Come to
God.
your home, come home, man,
Right.
to where only family is allowed.
Mm,
Where only family is allowed in here, man.
Right.
Like in
right.
here, you ain't gotta come in here and sit next to no African man.
Mm,
You ain't gotta come in here and sit next to no Arab man.
right.
Listen, you ain't gotta come in here, sit next to an African man and wonder if you're gonna catch Ebola, man. You ain't gotta come here, sit next to some Chinese man and wonder if you're gonna catch coronavirus, man.
Right.
You don't have to worry about them things when you come here. Because in here you're sitting next to blacks and Hispanics, man, your brothers.
That's
instead of
right.
next to some Chinese man. Or you don't need to sit in here, sit next to some white man, and then he hears a scripture he don't like and shoots the place up, man.
Right.
You don't have
Right.
to worry about them
Mm.
things. In church,
Right.
you have to worry about all of that, man. You have to
Mhm.
worry about this little white man if he's gonna pull his pistol out today, man. He's
Right.
gonna today. Tell us upon that any more on that.
Slack, yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, then get that one from the quote as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 15. The ancient and honorable, he is the head.
So the ancient and honorable men, they're the head, meaning what? They're like at the top. Go ahead.
And the
Right.
prophet teacheth lies. He is the tail.
And the prophet that teacheth lies, he's the tail, man. Meaning
That's
what?
right.
Our religious leaders is the tail. They're the lowest of the low.
That's right.
Our religious leaders is scumbags, man. Like
Right.
they're only here for the money. They don't care
Mm.
about your life. They're just here because they get paid. They sell you a dream, man. They sell you a dream, and that's all they care about is selling you a dream and getting paid off what they sell you. You think
That's
they care
right.
about this is why when you're poor, going through hard stuff, that pastor don't pick up the phone, man. You phone Pastor Jeremy, man. Pastor Jeremy don't pick up the phone to you no more, man.
Right.
He kicks you out of the church if you ain't got no money. Why? Because you can't benefit him.
Mm.
Now, religious leaders only use you for their benefit, and their benefit is what? By you paying them. Like they don't ever get you off drugs. They don't ever get you. They don't ever get you to put the weed down. They don't ever get you off homosexuality, man. They don't ever
Right.
get you stop watching porn. They don't have no programs to fix black people. But what they do have is just a church where they sing and dance and sing this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. And
Right.
all of that nonsense, man. They ain't letting nothing shine, man. They're just
That's-
taking you. Only thing shining on them is that pinky ring that they brought with your money, man. That's it.
Right.
Only thing shining on them is them church shoes that they brought with your money, man. Them crocodile shoes, man, and the sharp suit that they brought with your money. Read on.
For the leaders of this people, cause them
For the leaders of this people, cause them to err, man. These leaders cause us to error. You
Right.
want to know Little Nas X is a homosexual? Because the Christian church, man.
right.
You want to know why Little Nas X is dressing up as Nicki Minaj? It was so disgusting. Did you see it? Yeah, man. Listen, so somebody keep sharing it to Facebook, man. Someone stop sharing it on Facebook. I don't want to see it, man. I'm seeing Little Nas X dressed up as Nicki Minaj on Facebook.
Mm.
You want to know why he's a homosexual doing that? Why? Because of our religious leaders.
Right.
That's
Our religious leaders, they're to blame for that, man. Read on.
And they that are led by of them are destroyed.
And they that are what?
and they that are led of them are destroyed.
And we who are led by these pastors, we destroyed, man. Why do you
Right.
think? Why do you think the ghetto's got so much different gangs in it, man? Why do you
Mm.
think the ghetto's got so much different drug dealers in it?
Mm.
Why do you
Right.
think whatever his name is, Nelson is trying to rape 11-year-olds, man? Because of
Mm.
religion, man. Because of these religious leaders. These
Mm.
religious leaders is responsible for the condition of the ghetto,
That's right.
and nobody holds them accountable. But in the eyes,
Mm.
of people, we hold them accountable, man.
That's
Why? 'Cause
right.
bribe from our
Mm.
oppressor, who's the devil, man. And he's
Right.
told what he wants them to do to lead black people astray. And now
Uh,
we're destroyed, man. Read on.
Therefore, the Lord shall have no joy in their young men.
Therefore, what?
Therefore, the Lord shall have no joy in their young men.
And now, because we destroyed, the Lord ain't got no joy in our young men. You know why the Lord ain't got no joy in our young men? Because they're meant to be warriors of the Lord in the RSUPK, but now they're in the church, man.
That's right.
Right.
They're in the choir now.
Right.
They're playing pianos and guitars and the
Yeah.
saxophone now. Like, there's
Mm.
nothing wrong with playing an instrument, but the way they play them in church, man, they put some
Right.
homosexuality in everything, man.
Fire
The way
boys.
he's in the piano with a bent wrist, and damn,
Right.
they even press the piano in a weird way, man.
Right.
No joy in our young men. Why? Because now they're in church. When they're
Mhm.
meant to be warriors for the Lord, now
That's
they're out
right.
there trying to rape people's daughters. Now they're out
Right.
there trying to sell drugs to everyone in the neighborhood. The Lord
Right.
ain't got no joy in us no more, man, in our young men. Why? Because we're doing
Right.
all the wrong things.
Mm.
And the people who lead us, they've
Mm.
caused us to err. The people who
Mhm.
lead us, they've caused us to be destroyed. Read on.
That's Slakia.
Go ahead, Osborne.
Slakia, the one if I may. And our young boys, it says the law, the scripture says, "I call ye young men, for ye are strong." So the Lord wants these young men, from their strength, the beginning of their strength. You understand? So they can serve Him and do His will. And with these young men, you understand, there won't be guys like whoever that guy is, leading this 11-year-old girl, to go and do whatever to her, because why? There will be all the guys. Luckily, that woman and her mom was there, but all the guys, the teenagers and so on and upwards will be around. You understand that he won't be able to do that. You understand, but now he can get away with doing foolishness like that, man, because there's no one there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
There's no strong man to stop him, man.
Right.
Like growing up, it's just natural that a man wants to be strong, man.
Mhm.
Like growing up, if you've got an older brother, you want to be like, you know what? You want people to say, nah, we can't touch him because he's such and such his brother, man. You want that reputation of that's such and such his little brother. You can't rob him. Yo, don't you know whose brother that is? We want that reputation, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Yeah.
imagine if your brother's just a Christian that plays a guitar, you're gonna
Right.
get robbed. You're gonna be a victim, man.
Right.
People say his brother's the one that plays the guitar. You tell me
Yes.
your brother plays a guitar, I'll probably rob you. So lucky, man. You tell me your brother plays a guitar in the church, I'll probably do it myself, man. Whereas back then, black men wanted that reputation of no one can't mess with me because I'm such and such his younger brother. But our leaders want us to go to church, want us to be soft, want us to be weak, man. Read on.
Neither shall have mercy on the fatherless, on widows.
And now, because we've become so weak, man, the Lord ain't got mercy on us, man. Why do everything wrong? Now, because we want to worship Buddha. Now we want to worship Selassie. Even a post the other day where it said Selassie refused to come off the plane, man. It said Selassie refused to come off the plane because the Jamaicans was worshipping him. Listen, Selassie always said that he's not God. There's video footage of him saying he's not God. And what happened is our people want to force it on him and tell him he is God.
Right.
Meanwhile, he told them he's not God, man. And Selassie could never be God, man. Selassie's
That's
about
right.
4 foot something, man.
Right.
4 foot something. Selassie 4 foot something could never be God, man. If Selassie is God, I've got more attributes than their God, man.
Right.
Listen, I've got more attributes than the rest of man's God, man. Ran from the Italians to England, man.
Right.
Right.
England begged the Queen for help, man. Went back, some nonsense to tell you some stories that Selassie put his foot on a bomb and said no bombs going off in my country. Have you heard that one? He put his foot on a bomb and said no bombs going off in my country. Listen, one time it was raining. Selassie came off a plane and went like this. and the rain stopped.
No, no,
That he had the holes in his hands because he's Jesus Christ. Rasta
right.
men lie, you know. Rastas lie, you know.
So like there's another one. They said that it could call down the bees and you know all the animals and all this madness. That's another one that I heard.
Also,
Growing up.
as well, they said Selassie draw the picture of a butterfly, and the butterfly came off the paper and flew out the window. No word of a lie. This is what they said. One time before I was in the truth, when some Rastas tried almost convince me Selassie was God. I was like doing my research, man. I was saying, "No, this stuff don't sound authentic. Selassie's God, but on you can't listen to Rastas because Rastas will tell you that the pro-black, and then you see that big white woman they're lying down with, man.
Right.
I should let you know you trust them.
That's right. And Salakia,
Go ahead.
like if I may, the white woman's got more red, yellow, and green on than the man himself.
she's got the colors of the tribe of Judah, according to them. According to the colors of the tribe of Judah. Red, gold, and green. And Selassie opened the 7 seals and all of this nonsense. Like it's all make believe. Selassie didn't do nothing, man. All Selassie did is let Ethiopians starve these people and whatnot. You can read the history on it. Most Ethiopians don't even like Selassie. Most of them actually hate him, but they teach us that we must love him. So the Lord ain't gonna have mercy on us if we're trying to give the Lord's glory to Selassie. We're trying to give everything that Christ done to some Ethiopian man.
Right. Some
man. To Selassie, man. To Farai McKinnon, or however you pronounce it. We trying to give all glory to him. A man that came to Jamaica and used Jamaican men to help build up his kingdom, man.
Right.
Ethiopia. And because we were so poor, we seen another dark skinned man like us and said, damn, this man must be God. He's got jewelry. He's rich.
Right.
Tree. And then that's how it came about. Now, 50, 60 years later, we undoing the work of Leonard Howell, man. Leonard Howell got us into this mess. And now we doing that garbage now. Now in 2020, we have to tell people Selassie is not God. Now in 2020, we have to tell people doing that lion paw stuff is garbage. Why is it lion paw? Why is it lion paw? Now in 2020, we have to telling people, look, man, just fist bump me. It's not no lion paw, man. First of all, you're not a lion, and you ain't got a paw. You got a hand. First of all, you ain't got a paw. And whatnot. Now we have to be teaching this in 2020, man, which lets you know the stuff which our leaders is teaching us today. Our children is going to be suffering from it in 60 years' time, 50 years' time, man. Right. We're going to be undoing the work of these religious leaders in 50 and 60 years' time. Read on.
For everyone is a hypocrite and an evildoer.
For everyone is what?
For everyone is a hypocrite and an evildoer.
And now we've become a hypocrite and an evildoer. And Rastas are hypocrites, man. They're telling you the woman they're lying down in bed with don't look black to me.
Right.
The woman, the love don't look black to me. The empress don't look black to me.
That's right.
That woman looks as red as the red book they're trying to get, man. She looks as red that passport they're trying to get, man.
That's right.
Listen, man, they look the same to me. They're both the same shade of red. And they want to tell us Selassie this and this, Ethiopia. Meanwhile, that's what they're lying down with. You can give me Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 27.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 27. And the Lord shall scatter you among all nations.
And the Lord shall what?
Shall scatter you among the nations.
Because the Lord shall scatter us among all nations. That's where we are, man. All nations right now. Where we are right now, we're in England, man. We in Brazil. We in Puerto Rico. We scattered amongst all nations, and with the minority wherever we are. Go ahead.
And you shall be left few in number.
And we what?
You shall be left few in number.
And we left few in number. So when people are scared of this coronavirus depopulation, listen, man, we left few in number. The Bible says we shall be left few in number, man. What do I care about what our oppressor is going to do, man? Let him do what he wants to do. Go ahead.
Among the heathen, whither the Lord shall lead you.
And
there you shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone.
Mm.
That's what we're serving right now. Wood and stone, man.
Right.
Be in church, wood, in the mosque, stone.
Yeah.
Be serving our oppressors' gods.
Right.
And what do our oppressors do? They pass this down to our religious leaders.
Mm.
Our religious leaders then pass it down to us.
Right.
And then we in church.
Mm.
Every in church, late night, Christmas, thinking we're gonna get a blessing. Listen, I know everybody's grandma went to late night church, man.
Right.
Everybody's yours go. See, you might need a mic. Go ahead. Hey, what about you, Cotters? Are you go? Your grandma go late night church as well?
Yeah, man. I'm a mom.
See, late night church, man. Yours as well, late night church, man. We all went late night church, man.
Mm.
Do what? Sit there, sing and dance. Just for the new year to come around and we still poor.
Right.
And pray to God, oh Lord, please don't make me be poor next year. Next year, we're still poor. Christianity keeps us docile, man. Read
Right.
Which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell.
What we worship doesn't see, man. Doesn't smile, doesn't hear.
Right.
And these idols in high regards. Like, Christians actually believe that you wear a cross and you hold it up to vampires and the vampires are afraid. Nah, man.
Right.
It don't work like that, man.
That's right.
It don't work
Oh,
like
the-
that, man. If
oh,
that
the
was
big-
the case, man. If that was the case, man, I would hold up that cross when I see an LGBT guy, man. He should run for his life.
That's right.
But what I
That's
do,
right.
Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 13, man. That makes people run for their life, man.
Right.
Scriptures and make people run for their life. You don't have
Yeah.
to take a crucifix and hold it like this.
Mm.
Like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Right.
The scared crosses and so forth. That's a lie, man. That's movies. And church teach you that you can't be harmed as long as you're wearing that Jesus piece, man.
Right.
As long as you're wearing the Jesus piece, you can't be harmed. Listen, man,
Hmm.
it's lying. That's Christianity. And they do
Right.
the cross. You see a black man, you see them they do the sign of the cross, like
Right. Right. Mm.
that don't save you from nothing, man. You're just wasting your time. Go ahead.
What if from thence thou shalt seek the Lord thy God, thou shalt find him. Thou seek him.
And we meant to seek God, man. If we seek
Right.
God, find him, man. That's what we're supposed to do. But we don't want to find God. We just want to find the pastor. Go ahead.
Mm.
Thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Meaning, not half-heartedly,
Mhm.
mind and all your soul, with everything, man. Don't
Right.
be trying to seek God but celebrating Halloween at the same time.
Right.
Don't be trying to seek God but a homosexual in your spare time.
Mm.
Don't be
Right.
trying to do both. Don't be a man cross-dressing and praying to God in your cross-dressed attire, man. It's disgusting.
Right. Mm.
Like, seek God wholeheartedly, man. Keep his
Mhm.
laws, statutes, and commandments, man.
That's right.
That's
And when you seek the Lord will answer to you.
Mhm.
But if you're trying to seek God and you're doing everything wrong, and you know better,
Mhm.
that's number one. Obviously, when you don't know in it. But when you know better, but you still do them terrible things, why would the Lord hear you?
Mhm.
Why would the Lord answer to you?
That's
What-
right.
You're gonna
Mhm.
keep going until you harm yourself, man.
That's
Until the
Mhm.
Lord's ready to take you out. Read on.
Mhm.
when thou art in tribulation and all these things are come upon thee, even the latter days. If thou turn to the Lord thy God.
Now, the latter days is now, man.
That's right. Mhm.
Now, the latter days, what are we supposed to do right now? Turn to
So-
the Lord.
Right.
Turn to the Lord. If you're sick of this this position, if
Mhm.
you're sick of being ruled over by this oppressor, if you're sick of being oppressed, turn to the Lord, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
All right.
Turn on to the Lord thy God and shall be obedient unto his voice.
Be obedient unto his voice, man. And the voice
Right.
of the Lord says what? Don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. Where do you find the Most High's voice? In the Bible, man.
That's right.
That's
What the Lord says you can and can't do, that's the voice of God, man. You
Right.
think he's telling you these words now, man? What we telling you is what God is saying, man.
That's
You read
right.
we're reading the voice of God right now. That's what we're reading, the voice of God. But obviously, you don't take heed to the voice of God. So what's going to happen? You're going to keep destroying yourself and harming yourself. Read on.
For the Lord thy God is a merciful God.
For what?
For the Lord thy God is a merciful
For
God.
the Lord's merciful to those that want to change, man. For those that truly want to change. For those that don't want to live a disgusting life no more. If you're tired of your oppressor ruling over you, come and serve God, man.
Right.
You're tired of these East Indians with every shop in your neighborhood, come and serve God, man.
Right.
Who knows? The Lord will shut down their shops. The Lord will close them down. Like a ton of businesses is closing already. A ton
God.
of businesses is closing already due to this lockdown, man. Due to all of this kind of stuff. What we need to do is serve the Lord, man.
Right.
Ain't that hard? Just come to us UPK and we'll show you how. Is there anyone that is that about it?
Says he will not forsake thee.
He will not forsake thee, man. Whereas you're trying to join yourself to these Arabs, man. These Arabs is forsaking you, man.
Right.
These Arabs will forsake you in that day.
Yeah.
Listen, you're trying to hold hands with these Pakistanis and loving them, man. If there's one bowl of curry left, you ain't getting that bowl of curry, man. They ain't getting you that bowl of curry. One bowl of curry left, man. Whereas in here, guess what? We sharing that jerk chicken, man. One piece of jerk chicken, we sharing it, man. Whereas these Arabs, they don't care about you. These East Indians don't care about you. When times get real hard, you're gonna realize how much they hate you.
That's right.
And then you're gonna come here, you're gonna take your kufi off and say, I should have listened in the beginning, man. And
That's
we're
right.
still gonna feed you because you're a brother, man.
Right.
We're still gonna feed you because you're a brother. But why don't you listen now before it gets to that? Anyone that
That's it.
all right, give me Matthew chapter 15.
So that, yo. Yeah, I know you said you're still gonna feed them because you're a brother, but how can I put it? Like in the day when Noah was preaching to them and they wouldn't listen. You understand? The flood came and the Lord closed the door on them, and so I mean, yeah.
It's like you say that again.
Yeah, how would that work now? I'm saying the Lord closed the door on them in the days of Noah. So now, because we're saying we'll feed them now, how would it work now? What would the Lord say close the door on them now? How?
Basically, now the Lord's going to come and do that in His time, but for now, we've all been filthy in the past, and we've all been given a second chance. So if they was to come, like if something happened at the mosque and they realized they didn't love them, and they was to come now, we would take them in because we're still brothers. But once Christ returns, there's no more. Once Christ returns, there's no more of all right then. No more second chances. That when Christ returns, that's when the door's shut.
That's right.
So once the ark was made and Noah went in, that's when the door was shut.
Right.
Whereas before that, Noah pleaded with the people to change. They didn't want to listen. He gave them time. Like Noah didn't shut the door on his timing. No, the door shut on the Lord's timing. So that's
right.
the same way the door shut on the Lord's time. The ark shut on the door. The Lord said when to go in the ark and shut the door. Is the same way when the Lord's going to tell us when the door shut.
That's right.
But we can't shut the door before the Lord says because it's not our call.
That's right.
If we did have to shut the door on these brothers, guess what? We would have to shut the door on our loved ones like our mother who ain't in the truth yet.
Right.
We'd have to shut the door on our aunties, our grandparents who ain't in the truth. So we want the Lord to have mercy on our mother. So we have mercy on our brothers. So this is why in the UPK we don't ever want our people to die. We don't ever say, "Oh, the Lord's gonna wait for the Lord to kill you." And whatnot. We don't say that. Why? Because if we say that, guess what? The Lord would have to kill our mom also.
Right.
The Lord would have to kill our grandma also. Go ahead.
Right.
Hey, you need the mic. Yeah, exactly. Even us as well. Even we would. So we don't ever say that. So we pray the Lord has mercy on all our brothers, man, and gives them time to repent and get it right. Same way how we have time to repent and get it right.
Right.
Because the Lord just looked at us and said, "You know what? Let me wipe these niggas out." But the Lord gave them time to repent. So we pray the Lord gives them time to repent.
Right.
But, give me Matthew chapter 15 verse 14. Yeah, you got it. Matthew 15 verse 14. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 15 verse 14. Let them alone. There be blind leaders of the blind.
There be blind leaders of the blind, man. Now, our religious leaders, they're blind, but they're not blind because they can't see. They know exactly what's going on. They know everything breaking down is wrong.
Right.
They're blind because our oppressors blinded them by the money he's given them, man.
Right.
Whereas when it comes to the followers of this pastor, they're actually blind to everything that's going on, man.
Khan.
They everything their pastor says,
That's right.
everything their pastor says, they actually believe it.
Right.
Now the pastor knows that he's lying, but his followers don't know that he's lying. They're blind to
Right.
all. Read on.
And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
Says if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. And
Right.
what's gonna happen, man? You both
Mm.
destroyed in the end. You can't
Right.
follow a blind man. Like you can't follow a man through traffic and think,
Mm.
oh, well, he went through, I'm gonna go through. Listen, man, you both can have an accident if you both go through a red light, man.
Khan. Right. Right.
You both can have an accident.
Right.
Or if you or perfect example, man. One time, my brother Officer Karafi right here, I was following him in the car. He drove up a road and got a fine. I followed him blindly and got a fine too. Twice we went round it. We went round the circle twice and we got 2 fines. So much the fine was the same one until we phoned up and they said, "Nah, it's 2 different fines because you." They're oppressors, the devil. Like you would have thought we've gone up there once. All right, we give them 1 fine. This devil finds you every time you go up there. We went up there in the same. In fact, it took us 30 seconds to go around. You're gonna need the mic. Go ahead.
So like, yeah, I remember you phoned me. Talk about you got to find your. And as you're speaking to your head, the letter box.
See,
I go, shit, that's my fine as well. Bust the letter open. Shit, I saw your car, your plate number, everything. I was like, oh, I can't deny that shit.
we got 2 fines. Like we drove up the. What did we drive? The bus lane. We went up the bus lane. So we went up there once. Then we drove round and we went up there again. They gave 2 fines, which lets you know this devil would have gave us 10 fines if we drove up there 10 times.
That's
Now,
right.
A man of understanding would understand. All right, then these people are lost. Let me just give them the 1 fine. Not this. This man had to give 2 fines, man. And he said, "Oh, you pay both. It's £35 if you pay both of them within 14 days."
Right. Grace. So
Yeah,
that-
great.
yeah.
And we had to pay them, man. We had to hold that. We had to hold that L, and we had to pay them, man. Slacky tells upon you got Matthew 15 verse 14 because
Khan, Matthew, I've got it, yeah. Khan, Matthew chapter 15, verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind.
let them alone, man. They'll be blind leaders of the blind. Go ahead.
Khan. And if the blind lead of the blind, both shall fall into a ditch.
And our leaders is blind, man. And what we do is we tell our brothers leave that church, man. If they don't want to listen, we just let them alone, man. Just leave them. Now we don't force no one to come to class. Now, if you want to be here, you'd be here, man.
Right.
Same way you want to be at a Beyonce concert, you do what? You pay for the tickets, man. You queue up, you wait at 12 midnight for the tickets to come out, man. You want to be there. You make sure you get them Beyonce tickets, man. When it comes to the Lord's classes and whatnot, do the same thing, man.
Khan.
It says blind leading the blind, both shall fall into a ditch, man.
Right.
And that's exactly where our people is falling into a ditch. Why? Because they're following this pastor and he's destroying black people. He leads us to err, man. He leads us to go astray. And with that, that brings us to the end of the class.
All right, powerful class. Everyone clap it up. Give a hand. Okay, ISUPK security announcements. Where the ISUPK started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. Rule for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will call each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in the Hebrew Ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest fund, which is not mandatory, whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming holy convocations is December the 9th, and that is a feast of Akanika, which will be held at 394 Lodge Road, Birmingham, B18 5PW, or Akama Aquaf. Check the bulletin board in the hallway and check all ISUPK social media. That's ISUPK United Kingdom on Facebook, ISUPK United Kingdom on YouTube, One West United Kingdom on YouTube, and ISUPK _ UK on Instagram. So lucky. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and headscarf. And with that, I Madiam, which means stand. I'm going to rise the face to east and the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa,
No.
Shemayim,
Kodash,
Dash.
Hayah, Shamkar, Yahweh, Balakukah, Dabah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barak, Hawa, Hayah, Barak Shemayim, Lakana, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalakna, Kabawafna, Kasalakna, Kabawafina, Wala Tabi Ainawa, Wala Sayawan, Abba, Hawashainawa, Mayan, Right, Kaya, Lakam, Hamalakwa, Waha Allah, Waha Fakar, La'ai Aman.
In English, our Father, art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our debt, and forgive us our debt, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. We're gonna give one quick suit to teacher, Sister Yeshabim means to take a seat. Gonna give one quick suit to teacher. Men of Israel, I bought him Shabbat. I bought him. Barak. Yahweh Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai Brakatah. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yajamata, means hand down. Sarah, means to turn. Sisters, I Madiam. Gotta give one quick suit to the sisters. I Madiam Shabbat. I Madiam. Barak. Yahweh Shema, Alatah Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Yajamata, and class dismissed.
All right, touch upon Shalom.